Stan Wawrinka is still capable of winning matches at majors a couple of weeks before turning 41. The veteran used his Australian Open wildcard and hosted Laszlo Djere 5-7, 6-3, 6-4, 7-6 in 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thus, the veteran grabbed his first triumph in Melbourne since 2021 and became the third 40-year-old player with a major win after 1978, joining Jimmy Connors and Ivo Karlovic on the exclusive list. The Swiss served at 49%, which was not an obstacle. He fired 14 aces and lost serve 2 times from only 4 chances presented to his opponent. Djere separated nearly 70 unforced errors and played against 17 break points. He defended 14 and fought well before falling in the tie-break to finish on the losing side. The 40-year-old tamed his strokes nicely and built the lead in the shortest and more advanced exchanges to seal the deal in style. Laszlo denied a set point on serve at 4-5 in the first set. He broke the 2014 champion in the next game and held for 7-5. Wawrinka bounced back and served well in the second set. He secured a break in the fourth game and wasted set points on the return at 5-2 before landing a service winner at 5-3, leveling the overall score after an hour and 29 minutes. The veteran dropped a couple of points on serve in the third set and kept the pressure on the other side. He welcomed Laszlo's loose backhand in the 7th game for a break and painted a forehand winner at 5-4 to move 2 sets to 1 in front after 2 hours and 11 minutes. Djere survived a couple of challenging games at the start of the 4th set and grabbed a break at 3-2 to move in front. However, he netted an easy forehand in the next one to drop serve and bring Stan back to the positive side. Laszlo denied break points in the 9th game and stayed in touch until the tie break. Stan forced a 4-1 lead and claimed the breaker 7-4 after the rival's backhand error to book his place in the second round. Iga Swiatek was made to work hard by a Chinese qualifier in the Australian Open first round, but ultimately managed to beat Yuan Yu in 2 sets 7-6-5, 6-3. Yuan, who is ranked at number 130 in the world, started strongly after taking the opening 2 games of the match. While the number 2 seed managed to get the break back in the 6th game, the Chinese kept pressing and went up by a break once again. Down 4-5 and needing to break, Yuan to stay in the first set. Swiatek came up with the goods and leveled the opener to 5 games apiece. Then, late in the tie-break, Swiatek won 2 consecutive points to open a 6-4 lead before realizing her second set point to win the first set. That lasted nearly an hour. The whole momentum shifted the Poles' way, who started the second set with back-to-back breaks and a 3-0 lead. Yuan managed to get 1 break back in the 4th game but still lost in 2 sets after losing her serve once again in the 9th game. It was certainly not the cleanest performance from the 6-time Grand Slam champion, who had 24 winners and 45 unforced errors. However, it was just the first match and the former world number 1 will likely look to correct some things going into her second round match against Mary Boskova. Meanwhile, by beating Yuan, Swiatek ended her 2-match losing streak. She was beaten by Coco Gauff and Belinda Bencic in her last 2 United Cup matches. The 7th seed, Felix Auger-Aliassime, will not make a deep run at the Australian Open. The Canadian trailed 3-6, 6-4, 6-4 to Nuno Borges in the first round before retiring due to cramps. Felix gave everything to overcome the issue in challenging conditions and continued. However, he was forced to quit in the first game of the 4th set, propelling his rival through after 2 hours and 9 minutes. The Canadian struggled to impose his first serve while suffering too many errors. Both players grabbed 3 breaks, with Borges raising his level after the opener to challenge troubled opponent. Felix was off to a great start, serving well in the opener and providing breaks in games 5 and 9 for 6-3. They traded 3 breaks in the middle of the second set. Borges grabbed 2 and won the set 6-4 to level the overall score. They served well in the opening 8 games of the third set, Nuno made a push on the return at 4-all and seized the third break point with a forehand down the line winner before holding for 6-4. Despite asking for a medical timeout, Auger-Aliassime could not continue, retiring after 2 points of the fourth set. Amanda Anisimova and Jessica Pegula handled the business in their opening matches at the Australian Open and have been safely through to round 2. Anisimova, who is seeded at number 4, hosted 87th ranked Swiss Simona Walter 6-3, 6-2 after hitting 13 winners and converting 4 of the 6 breakpoint chances. In the first set, Anisimova blew an early break but quickly bounced back with another break in the 6th game before serving out for the opener in the 9th game. Up by a set, the 2025 Wimbledon and the US Open finalist claimed 2 breaks in the following set to complete a routine straight set win. Meanwhile, 6th-seeded Pegula made light work of world number 105 Anastasia Zakharova 6-2, 6-1 after a brilliant serving display and firing 9 aces. The American tennis star also hit 20 winners. Right out of the game, Pegula broke Zakharova in the first game and took the Russian serve again in the 5th game before sealing the opener on her serve in the 8th game. In the second set, the 6th-seeded American lost her serve once but still very dominantly took the set after registering 4 breaks. In the Australian Open second round, Anisimova plays against the winner of the match between Katerina Siniakova and Pena Duarte. On the other side, Pegula plays against fellow American McCartney Kessler. Their only previous meeting came in Austin last year when the world number 6 claimed a straight set win. Meanwhile, following her opening Australian Open win, Anisimova noted that she was feeling very confident. It was a great year last year, writing some confidence. It was a lot of great moments last year, trying to bring those in with me this year. It's a new tournament, new slam, so I'm just taking it one match at a time and enjoying every single moment, the 24-year-old said on the court. Elina Svitolina delivered a heartfelt public message to her husband, Gael Monfils, describing his presence as special and admitting that she is happy to share the journey with him. This season is the last year where the Ukrainian and the Frenchman are both competing at the Australian Open. In late 2025, the former ATP World number 6 announced that he would retire after 2026. On Sunday, Svitolina kicked off her Australian Open campaign with a 6-4, 6-1 win over Kristina Baksa. Monfils, who plays his opening match on Monday, was in the stands and supported his wife. After making a positive start to the Happy Slam, the 31-year-old was asked about her husband's sport and how she benefited from having him in the corner. We enjoy a lot, supporting each other in every single tournament. Having someone who understands and supports you every step of the way is special for us. And for him, especially this year, it's gonna be very unique and with lots of different emotions. It's going to be very enjoyable. From my side, I just have to be there for him. Just happy to share the journey, Svitolina said. After seeing his wife Sheila win her opening Australian Open match, Monfils will try to do the same when he takes on Australian qualifier Dane Sweeney on Monday. Raducanu says she is a night owl, but not when it comes to playing tennis. On the opening day of the Australian Open, the 28th seeded Britain registered a 6-4, 6-1 win in the last match of the day scheduled for Margaret Court Arena. When the schedule for day 1 was released and Raducanu saw that she was playing in the night session after the Alexander Bublik and Jensen Brooksby match, she was not too pleased about it. The 2021 US Open champion said the scheduling did not make sense and also suggested that she would not want the Bublik and Brooksby match to turn in a marathon. I think it's very difficult to be scheduling women's matches after a potential 5-set match. To me, it does not really make as much sense, the Briton said in her pre-tournament press conference. Fortunately for the 23-year-old Briton, Bublik did not have many problems against Brooksby, as the Kazakh hosted the American in straight sets. When Raducanu hit the court, She struggled a bit early on as Mananchaya opened a 4-2 first set lead. After a slow start, the rest of the match was completely dominated by the number 28 seed, who won 10 of the next 11 games to register a 6-4, 6-1 win. Later in her post-match press conference, the British tennis player described how her day looked. "I had a very chill breakfast, walked around for 45 minutes, walked back, had treatment, a chat with the team, then took a nap and came in. I came into Melbourne Park at 5:30 p.m, started with my routines and practiced at 6 p.m. I'm a night owl, but not to play," the 23-year-old said after beating Mananchaya. By beating Mananchaya, the top-ranked British female tennis player ensured continuing her streak of winning at least one Australian Open match. In the past, she once exited Melbourne in the third round and 3 times in the second round. Next up for Raducanu at the Australian Open will be a career-first meeting against Anastasia Potapova, who overcame Susan Lemons.